All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are here and almost ready here with the second map that's coming up, right? So get ready for it. It's going to be fnatic and dAT team. Best of 3 to decide who's going to be this week's kings. Vendetta, are you here? Are you all right?
I'm all good. I'm all good.
All right, because you had, what, a fire alarm go off in the middle of everything?
Yeah, that fire alarm in my apartment complex seemed to be trigger happy though. Like, this has happened 5 or 6 times since, I don't know, June or something. It seems to go off all the time, but yeah, there you have it.
All right, well that's all right then. You know, of course you're an important part of the Room on Fire team, but we don't want you to take it too seriously and actually, like, you know, no vendetta on fire, please. That's bad.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. You know, 5 minutes from now, I'm gonna smell smoke, and that's the end of me. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. See, it didn't seem like anyone else in the apartment complex cared about it, so I was just poking my head outside, and I was like, "Well, anyone out there, you know, running outside screaming?" Like, nope.
So, are you saying that you're a lemming then? Basically, like, well, nobody else is running, so I'm not gonna run.
No, I'm just too lazy to actually be bothered.
But if they're all running towards the fire, you're gonna be like, "Oh, where are they going?"
Like either there's no fire and everything is fine, or they're already dead, and you know that's why.
Yeah, or they're already outside. Like, they've been outside for like 5 minutes already. I'm just like, yeah, can't find anyone, so it doesn't really matter.
That's awful. That's absolutely awful. Well, look, guys, we've got 10 people on the server. We're going to be on Nuke here. This is the Caseking of the Hill, cooled by Alpenföhn. So, big shout out to all of you for joining and hanging out with us this evening. Definitely appreciate all of you tuning in and all the subs as well for subbing. We've already given away one of the items, and after this map, we're going to be giving away this knife as well to 1 lucky subscriber. So that's the next sub giveaway we're doing this very evening. So just as a bit of a thank you, and thanks to Stony for giving this item. We already gave the M4 away from that one dude. Now remember, there's a raffle going on at the bottom of the page for the Facebook link where you can win an Asus GeForce graphics card. That's to click the raffle button, you'll be good to go. And then a quick shout to Kasumu, who's our new partner in crime. We definitely appreciate them helping us out. So yeah, we're proud to have them as our partner as well. And I tweeted about it just now, so you can go and check out Twitter if you want to follow up on what that's all about. But yeah, now we're going to be going into Nuke, guys. And, you know, we did say probably fnatic would win on Mirage. They did. Not as convincingly as I thought. Nowhere near as convincingly as I thought. So I'm a little bit worried about Nuke now. I think if that team get off to a good start, they could actually bring us to a 3rd map.
Certainly. The knife is live now, so we know that we're going to be getting into it fairly soon here. But I think a lot of this is going to come down to who's starting on which side. And that, I think, need to get that CT start, so this knife is going to be paramount for them. It's going to be of the utmost importance. They need to pick it up, and they need to get the strong start, basically, just so that they can get a little bit of breathing room versus fnatic, because fnatic, for quite some time, on Mirage at least, it looked like they were the ones who were really just controlling the flow of the match and doing what they wished. So if they hit the ground running and show a bit more of the same here on Nuke, it's going to be pretty brutal for that team to bounce back from. And Pronax buys a kit and a smoke. Are we? They did the knife already.
Did they do the knife and we didn't notice?
Maybe?
They're... No.
No, they're knifing.
I'm very...
Okay, this is knife. This is knife.
They are knifing.
Pronax is ready to save hostages and whatnot if it comes to it, right? Having that rescue kit.
Exactly. Oh, look at Olofmeister. I mean, if nothing else, that was a nice jump. So a little bit of parkour action coming out from Olofmeister. Yeah, knife round on Nuke is actually very important, so we shouldn't be joking around too much here. Especially, I think, that team. I mean, they've been winning all the knife rounds this whole evening so far, but this one time where it really matters, it looks like it's going to be really tough for them to do it. So Bondic going to pick off one, and he can't get the last one. That's actually very unfortunate, and JW instantly calls it out. They're staying.
Yeah, they're not waiting around. They're not going to... They don't want to give themselves a harder, job here, despite, them being the favorites and everything. It's like, nope, fnatic, not wasting any time. Straight up CT start here. And, well, we get to see just how much coordination dAT team will have here on Nuke on their T side. Because I'll admit, it's a bit of an unknown going into this. So we have to see exactly what they're going to be able to bring to the fore. And so far, only 2 Kevlars picked up, a couple smokes, but not the most money actually spent in this round. Not a huge sum.
Definitely not. Blade here about to run into a whole bunch of people. They line up for me. Can't kill them. Bondic did get a kill on the other hand on Crims in the meantime. That was a hugely awkward fight. I have no idea how nobody died faster than they did then. That was just strange from fnatic and from Blade too.
Oh, Prizrak does find Pronax. That's a nice kill. Olafmeister's going to come up and try and catch World Edit out. Spots him just on the edge. Flusha looking to hunt down that frag as well if he can find it. World Edit is boxed in outside right now, but this is giving so much information to his team because World Edit is like both of them are here.
Oh, I wanted him to knife so badly. I wanted him to fly off that rooftop and just dive in with the blade in his hand, but it didn't work out that way. Bomb is down, though, and it's a 1-on-3, so Olafmeister's going to have to come up with an ace here if you want to try and win the pistol round. So this is a great start for that team. Olafmeister's going to pick off one. He's not got a kit picked up right now, and he's going to be flashing his way in once. Bondic waiting, listening here, and Olafmeister's going to go down. So there it is. Bondic with a headshot, and that team are going to win the pistol.
There we have it. Which, apparently there was, like, unlimited ammo or something?
I couldn't see that, but I'm guessing if they say it, it's probably true.
Did not notice that, but...
Neither did I.
Well, actually, Olafmeister did have full ammo after picking up 3 frags, like, without having used in a single clip. So, yeah, that definitely doesn't seem right.
Oh, that's a bit unfortunate, but I guess the advantage goes either way.
It's kind of ridiculous in that case with 3 guys in radio for fnatic, and if they have unlimited ammo with P2000s and USPs, like how do they not get more kills?
What makes you wonder as well, how does the server setting like that get turned off just by switching the map?
Yeah, that's also another good question.
I won't try and answer that question. I'll just say, that's too bad. Yeah. That team saying...
Do we have...
They're live.
Do we have any word? Okay, yeah, they're just gonna go with it.
Yeah, they're just gonna go with it.
Good sports. They're not gonna complain too much. So, well, fair play from fnatic here, giving that team a bit of a hand, maybe. I guess they could have tried to say, you know, they wanted to replay the whole thing or something like that. World Edit and Prizrak again with the UMPs here.
Not wasting too much time. I mean, right now it's more dAT basically. So there's $600 in Prizrak's pocket, that kill. But who do they find here? Crims does manage to overwhelm one. He nearly picks up a second one as well. Blade will pike him off, but that was a very close call indeed. And now the bomb site, upper bomb site, is under dAT's control, but it's still a 3-on-4 situation. And Flusha and Olaf.
JW's actually in the smoke. He's been waiting the whole round here, and he's going to already try and pick off World Edit. He will do. If he had got him instantly, he could have maybe take Blade as well. Now it's a 2-on-2. Somehow Olafmeister's very far away, though. And Flusha can't really do much of anything. He's trying to wallbang through from upper and then running away with the Galil. All right. A pretty successful round from fnatic. They kill 3 members, they steal 2 guns, and they also have body armor on Flusha. So, yeah, I wouldn't be too sad if I was fnatic here.
This is a really nice turnout for them, actually. They are setting them up in a way where they could actually drop off the 2 pistols as well for 2 other fnatic members, so a bit of money saved there as well. As you can see, Flusha dropping off his pistol there to Crims. And given how well that eco round went for them without the Galil, then who's to say they won't be able to do it again?
Wait, they go for a straight-up force.
Oh, wow. That's a big commitment, actually, but... yeah, you can't really fault them. They had such a successful eco round the first time around, and with additional firepower, they could easily take this.
fnatic are feeling it. That's what it's down to here. Prizrak going for a quick headshot on somebody outside. That could have been a great opening if Flusha had gone down then. And they're going to re-peek it, and World Edit very low on health here. Prizrak also got to be careful. So fnatic dealing the first blow.
I'm doing the damage initially already. Bit of a missed opportunity there for Pronax. It looked like he fell off the railing, so he could have potentially returned the frag on the man on silo, or at least helped to pick up that frag on the man on silo, but it wasn't meant to be this time around. That seemed focused on picking up yard control, however. One interesting thing is Crims is in a great position to get the jump on them. He's going to peek up, and he doesn't actually get anything from it apart from information. Spots 2 guys, but that's it.
Yeah, but from the high ground here, Pronax is doing a lot of damage. Now they finally make it their way downstairs. Crims is still here. Sees it. 75. He's going to escape into the vents. That was very close. And now he's got some backup. Flusha here with the Galil that he stole in the previous round. Gonna use it against Bondic, and now things are looking really scary for that team. They can't give up this round.
Oh, Blade could drop as well. Missed opportunity. Olofmeister not going to be able to pick up a frag. Looks like a second's opportunity there. Flusha's going to get caught out in the open, so there's the Galil down, but there's still Crims alive in this corner. Turns away from the flash. Blade, not sure if he knows he's here, but there you go. Point blank with the CZ. He picks up the frag. Important detail to note, though, is that the bomb has not been planted on B. It has been planted on A.
Yeah, well, that fighting to stay alive, but JW is here with the Mag 7. And on Nuke, that seems to be where he feels very much at home with this weapon. Picks up 2 kills and is going to win the round. So the stolen rifles combined with the force buy, and that gives fnatic the 3rd round. Luckily for that, they put the bomb down, so they could actually force it up in return. And I wouldn't even be much against it if they tried it, because they could go for 2 AKs, 1 Galil, and 2 armors. They're not going to do it, but if they did it, it wouldn't be that bad a choice, I think, because fnatic are very low on money too.
Prizrak actually goes for Kevlar helmet, so this is evening the money out. You're right, and that's an option. And it looks like Prizrak at least is going to be Deagle Kevlar. So we have to see if the Juan Dig is here. He's looking in yard, hoping to be able to find somebody. But fnatic don't actually have an AWP bot up this round, despite the fact that JW had the money to buy it. He dropped a rifle for a teammate instead. So fnatic just more interested in getting fully covered with the gear. Flush, oh wow, saved by Pronax there. Literally saved by Pronax.
And no Deke happening outside. Flamey waiting by ramp. Olofmeister right on the other side. Not really sure that there's someone in that corner. Really almost no way he can know. He's still fast enough to pick up the kill, and it's going to be 2-2. fnatic bouncing back pretty quickly, and because they only lose 1 member this round, it means they're going to have a decent amount of money going into the 5th round. So even if that team end up winning this round, it's a good chance fnatic might just force it up anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely not unthinkable. But right now, I think fnatic are starting to get into that groove that we saw them get into versus Overgaming last night. And that's a scary thing. I think if dAT wants a shot at actually staying in this game, they need to bring it back to fnatic right away. I don't think they can let fnatic get up to 6 rounds, up to 6-2, without dAT having an answer if they want to stay in this.
Smokes, a lot of smokes outside here, so gearing up for might be a lower push down towards Secret. And look at fnatic, they actually react to the smokes alone. They see the smokes coming, and instantly Crims is down the vents and now down the Volcano waiting. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he's in a good position as well to catch them as they round the corner. He's waiting patiently. Bit of an open angle for him as well. They're going to round the corner, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. So Crim's not able to take out more than that, but Olofmeister is still alive over here. He's going to be able to set up the situation, and he gets a 1 kill. Pronax rotated in to cover as well, and this is turning into a great hold here for fnatic.
Yeah, Flamey goes down, just trapped behind that box. That's a 1-on-4 Prizrak. He's got the health for it, but not the bomb, not the time, and he's also alone. And there's JW putting an end to the fun. Just not even any chance there.
Well, JW's finally got his AWP. So now, you know, after a couple of rounds with the rifle, he was like, no, I prefer my CZ. I'll just go for the sniper rifle, thanks. And now we get to see him kind of like reign supreme wherever he decides to go. Curious if he's going to be taking the AWP out to yard straight up. Because right now it looks like he's going into upper. It's looking like upper site right now, just peeking at hut. So JW is always so unpredictable where he holds. You know, usually 9 times out of 10 you expect the upper to go out in yard, but JW, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go use this like a shotgun against pistols, no problem.
And that makes it even harder to play against. Just really, really annoying. Flusher outside also being a bit of a nuisance, taking down 4 players. It was an anti-eco, but still nice rifle control from Flusher. And that's going to be 4 rounds in a row for fnatic. Vendetta, what is it that dAT need to do here to bring it back and get some more rounds? I mean, they're on the T side, they don't need that many, but they do need more than 2.
I think it's okay what they're trying to do, because fnatic are not, or they, barring that 1 round where Pronax played on Outer Catwalk or Birdwalk, they haven't really focused heavily on helping out or having players close by to help out Flusha. As I say that, they push aggressively out with 2 people. But yeah, I don't think it's wrong of that to actually attempt to take over yard. It's a good opening. Get people on silo, get people out in yards, smoke things off, and preferably be able to kill off Crims once you get down into Volcano.
Look at JW. This is just like you were talking about, Semler. Really, really aggressive movement with a rifle that's supposed to be used long range. Picks off one. C-set 75 to pick up the third kill. I mean, this is what we saw yesterday from JW. I don't know what it is that brings him into this mode of playing, but once he's there, not many people know how to get him out of it again.
It's kind of like Kenny. Once Kenny starts to get into that zone, right? JW will finally get picked off. So apparently, what the trick is bullets. So that's how you take care of that. But I mean, it's so tough to deal with. Kenny, JW, those kinds of oppers. Once they get the flow going, they're so difficult. But now Bondic is actually going to manage to find a frag. Flush is fairly low. Olafmeister's waiting around the corner on radio though. He's sitting on that bomb, and he's going to be able to pick up the frag, using it as bait. Actually, the bomb is on the other side of the wall, so he didn't even know. So, well, regardless, Prims is spotted out in Prizrak, and that's going to be another round for fnatic. Can they save JW's AWP, though? And they can't quite do it, so JW's going to have to crack some of that 10,000 he's got saved in the bank.
They also have Olafmeister on 14 at the beginning of the round, so there's a lot of bank going on here for the Swedes. It's going to be 5-2, and that team have lost so many rounds in a row now that as long as they have a couple of hundred on everyone, they could fully force it up anyway. Well, if they get the bomb down, they most certainly can. So another buy coming up here.
And it's going to be the upper take, but it's not fast. JW almost getting caught off guard. He gets a double kill, but oh my god!
I mean, I have no words to describe how on earth this stuff happens. He should never have... He maybe could have got one kill out of those three, but he sprays two with the C-set, then no-scopes the third? Please.
It's like, okay, you remember when we watched fnatic first learn how to play Nuke, and JW just camped right here by Squeak Door with a Swag 7? It's like he's upgraded that now. He's discovered I can be in any place at any time on the map, and it doesn't matter if I have an AWP and a CZ. Like, it's perfect to hold any situation, and it's just even more lethal for him to be in that position now. Like, it's just like AWP, no problem. CZ, great. It's better than the Swag.
And weirdly enough, he did this with Overgaming last night as well. It ends up being him getting most of his kills with the CZ and using the AWP when he's in a tight spot. So when he needs to get out, he fires one bullet, one crazy AWP bullet, and he somehow seems to connect more often than not, and then escapes narrowly.
Flamey's been playing a bit of a long con here, trying to see if he can get into the bomb site, but look at Flusher, just using the audio cue here. Flamey never stood a chance. It is a nice attempt. Flamey had to try and take that 1-on-2, and he did like a long diversion down towards B and then back up to A again. But the fnatic just played it cool like they should, and they come out of it. Olafmeister starting around with 16k in the bank, and we're now looking at a 9th round coming up here. Still the first half of this third map. Or sorry, the second map, but it's looking tricky for that team.
Yeah, it's still early in the half. So we can't get too out of control here and start writing that team off, but it's certainly not going to be easy. And JW, he doesn't have the money for the AWP, he just goes for a Swag, and then he gets up and hot again and just goes for the point-blank shot. So he's already looking to try and flank Flamey, and well, Flamey's going to get dropped by Flusha, but it's just like JW is starting to just basically do what he needs to do for fnatic, which is get all over on the map, land some crazy shots, and basically throw the other team off guard.
Actually, the weird part is that JW actually had enough money to buy an AWP, but it seems like he just felt like, okay, this is a Mag 7 round. Well, it's not like his playstyle changes all that much. He does the exact same thing, just with a different weapon.
Well, look at it this way. When you're on the terrorist side on a map like Nuke, what you want to do is you want to get into lobby and, establish some control, try and see if you can pick anyone off, maybe towards ramp. You want to try and get outside and see if you can pick anyone off there. You want to, take up some standard spots and then play from there. When JW kills somebody, then charges up the ladder and, shoots at the guy who's up on Marshmallow, it means for the rest of that first half, you're always going to be wondering what the hell is going on. You're going to be questioning and second-guessing yourself, and that's a very bad position to play from. So mentally speaking, JW's doing a lot. I mean, he's going to pick off Flade, hiding in the corner. He's not even falling back. He's going to redouble. Flamey will take him down, but again, this is going to do a lot of damage to dAT's mentality, if nothing else.
Yeah, especially because the entry point is the same place time and time again. JW opens the door, runs in, kills the guy, and, he'll take it from there. And I'm surprised that dAT haven't started doubling up on Squeaky at this point because they're having so much trouble keeping JW away from it.
Oh, that was a very close call there. World Edit almost gets the wall bang through from Ramp. That could have been sick. We've seen Freiburg do that like once, I think. I think that was the only time I've seen that wall bang actually work. So the World Edit was like half a foot off of that shot. And now it looks like dAT are gearing up for a lower play. Crims is lurking close to the hut, or close to vents rather, so he'll be able to drop down at a moment's notice. Flush and Pronex already moving around, but the bomb site is under control.
He's actually very much alone here, Crims. Backup is pretty far. Flush is now down by the doors, but it's still dangerous for Crims to just walk down before someone else gets here. Now if he does, they've actually snuck someone up close behind him. That's Bondik. So Crims reveals his position. Bondik should get this kill pretty much like does actually beforehand. Bondik's still in a good position. This 1-on-2 very, very critical for that team.
Yeah, they're starting to lose a lot of time here, in fact. They're going to blow the doors up. They expect them to be in Toxic, but Bondik is going to be able to completely outflank. They have no idea. They have absolutely no idea. And a single spray.
Yeah, that was wonderful. I love that. Very, very smart movement coming out from Bondik. And more than anything, I mean, that shows you just in a single moment how aim could be really, really important. But if you can move like that, it almost doesn't matter, right?
His name might as well have been Jagger.
Oof. But definitely, in that case, and they actually got a tiny bit lucky because Bondik was prepared to instantly return on Krems after he picked up World Edit. But luckily for them, Prizrak was the one to return on him, so they had no idea Bondik was in the vents. But if Bondik gets the kills, all of a sudden, all of a sudden the two remaining Fnatic members would have known where Bondik was.
Yeah, and then the lock swings back, and Flusher just wall bangs, World Edit down up on the Marshmallow. Oh man, fnatic are a dirty team, but my god, they play good Counter-Strike. And,
well, surprise, surprise, JW has taken an aggressive position with the off.
Yeah, looking for somebody. He's going to pick off Blade and then falls back. Not too far back, just a little bit. Still in pretty close range here, considering how most people use the rifle. 5-3.
This is like a charge-up period before he goes in again. And yeah, here we go.
Yep. Oh, but it takes Flamey. Actually, the only way that Flamey could have landed that shot is if he was hacking, so clearly, Flamey. I don't know, man, I don't know. Right now it's actually going Olafmeister's way pretty much. He's in the ideal position, but hey, he can't get the double spray down. It's only going to be Flamey alive who gets the refrag, but he's just going to get overwhelmed unless fnatic throw this away. Crims somehow taking ages to land that shot.
And it gets the job done in the end. So it's all good for Fnatic's part. And 8-3 in favor of Fnatic. So that was lucky enough to pick up that one round with Bondik clutching the 1v2, but now they're right back to scratch.
And that's where it gets really tricky, right? It's a real shame that they couldn't at least get the bomb plant this round and maybe got a little bit more money on their side, because right now, Fnatic could realistically make this 12-3. Just because that team are going to have such a bad economy for the rest of this half. JW looked like he was maybe going to get caught a little bit, but he did a lot of damage to Flamey anyway. And now it's Pronax's turn to go aggressive here. He's going to pick off one guy, a lot more around the corner. He sprays down almost two people. And there's the second kill coming in. Pistols out, Pronax. And there's the quad kill. Flusher taking one guy outside. Yeah, nice eco round. Or anti-eco, sorry.
I figured it out, guys. World Edit has one frag this half.
Yeah, I was actually about to mention that. He's been more or less a catalyst for that team all night. And for him to having a bit of a struggle on the T side is obviously not going to help an already tough situation for them. But
that's what's truly amazing, is the fact that they're still picking up, like with him dropping 30 bombs versus LC basically. With him having one frag, they're still able to get 3 rounds on the T side. And Blade with the entry on the JW. They managed to find the opening here. And this is actually pretty big. No rotation coming in instantly from Fnatic. They're willing to give away ramp room. So now dAT can actually use this to their advantage and start moving around on the map.
And 4 rounds. It's workable if they win the pistol round. 5 rounds, they might even be able to lose the pistol round and still make something off it. But I don't think 3 is enough, so this round is very important here. Flusher, good grenade outside is going to land right in the face of World Edit, but it doesn't bring him down that low. And in the meantime, they've taken control of ramp room even more. Olofmeister ran around the corner, but they're coming in from either side. If they do this right, if they time it correctly, he can't really look both ways at once. He's got a little bit of backup in the vent here. Crims drawing away some attention from them, and that's pretty good.
Do they check? Do they check? They go running right past him. They go running right past him. Olofmeister. Oh, man, they're drawing attention. Crims is just drawing their attention. Olofmeister's going to slaughter them.
But it still works out in spite of Olofmeister playing that position absolutely perfectly. That's so cool having that kind of confidence and cool to wait for it. Pronax now walking in. The bomb is going to go down here, and Pronax only has 18 health, so that team might actually get to that 4th round.
They are. They're looking like they're on the brink of it at this point. This is an impossible situation. Now Blade is waiting in Toxic, and there's a man up in Vents. No matter where Pronax goes, he's going to get shot. And that nade almost does the job right there. But Pronax down to 2 HP. And Blade is like, why is this kid knocking on my door? Get off my lawn. Or out of my nuclear reactor, please. Thank you. But that's 4 rounds now for dAT.
I could just imagine or picture people saying that. Get out of my nuclear reactor. That's a thing, I hope.
He's not amused.
I still have no idea how, like, this could possibly be a nuclear reactor. I'm pretty sure the architecture doesn't make any sense at all. But that's not the important part, is it?
It plays well for a CS map, and that's all that matters.
It does. I bet if you make it architecturally sound, it would be kind of a weird map.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would be. And again, that team were able to get the entry frag, and they made it work last time around. Although, as I say that, Crunch picks up Flamey. So we're back to an even matchup here, 4-on-4. But if that can keep picking up those early frags, that's gonna do a lot for them. But it seems like every time I try to hype them up here, I'm cursing them.
Oh, World Edit had landed one more bullet. It would have been a shot through on JW, but he survives on 3 points of health. And now Bondig is being sprayed down. Pronax side with the correct angle is going to leave them in a tricky position here. 2-on-4.
Look at JW.
Please.
I love it. This is turning into just where in the world is JW? Like, you never know where he's going to be. Pronax, though, that was really nicely done by Pronax outside in yard. You have to give him that. Predicted with the nade, gets the spray, forces Bondig out. But at this point, it's just Prizrak alive, and he gets spotted out instantly. Crims will spray him down, and that's it.
This very much feels like the CS version of Where's Waldo. Because it seems like that is constantly afraid of where JW might show up, and when he might show up, because he's got the weirdest timings ever. He's kind of like Get Right.
Yeah.
In a, I guess, opposite way, because he's more or less leading the charge for fnatic on the CT side, while Get Right would be the one coming in at the very end.
So would you say JW or Get Right has the easier role?
I think both are extremely hard.
JW, please make it stop. He's going to kill 3 people before they finally put an end to it. And this is the 15th round of the first half here, so not much luck at all to that team. Blade with a good return, but this 1-on-3 is going to be more than just a little bit tricky.
He's got JW swag. He's just rubbing that. He's rubbing that shotgun right now, being like, "Give me the magic. Give me the magic." There you go. Another headshot. Blade 1v2. Spots Crims. Oh, the magic is real. Is he gonna get the swag 7 ace? Make it happen, Blade. That's how you end this half. 10-5 with the swag 7 ace that JW gave you.
I mean, if that's the case, then there has to be some sort of magic, you're right, imbued into this Mag 7. That's all it is. Olofmeister sneaking in now. Blade around the corner. One more click here. And it's going to be a Mag 7 ace. And 10-5 is a big difference right now for that team compared to 11-4. Oh, he's looking the wrong way. He's going to turn around. Now he realizes and does a little bit of damage. Grenade to follow. Olofmeister. There's still 25 seconds here. And Blade is going to put the bomb down. Now Olof opening the door.
Oh, do it. Do it, Blade.
He's not clicking. Oh my god, just one more click is enough. Oh, he gets it. There's the ace and Blade. He finishes it off. JW's Mag 7 is in fact more like a magic wand, and he's just killed every single member of fnatic with it. What a round.
That was awesome. That was everything I imagined it could be. I feel very good. Man, that was sick. Blade, what a turnaround. That's how you end a half. fnatic are going to be a little rattled after that one, I think. That was fantastic.
Well, now we know what the answer is to beating fnatic. You steal JW's weapon and just use it against him. But fnatic, they want revenge, and they're going to be charging in here. Great shot from Crims, and actually a double kill for him. Flamey's coming up hot behind them. No bomb plan yet. Flamey, really good timing. CZ75 is going to take the kill on Crims. Bomb is going down, though, in B, and that's potentially a big problem, because that team don't have... Well, they actually have a smoke grenade, so maybe they could do a little bit of a trick here.
They do have a kit as well, so 5 seconds inside of smoke? That's actually very doable.
Look at Olafmeister's position, though. Flamey checks. He turns the angle and checks on Olaf. That was a big kill. Flusha up in window is going to manage to not pick up Flamey.
Oh. And you know why he didn't? He switched to burst fire when he ran down the stairwell. I'm almost 100% sure if he had kept it on semi-auto then and just clicked away, Flamey would have ran right back into that shot. But that team are going to win the pistol, and that's 6-10. Now they have more than just a good chance of this map.
That was sick. That was a really nice play there by Flamey. Yeah, now they're actually in a really solid position because they're going to get the guns. World Edit. It's interesting to see that World Edit isn't actually pulling a fnatic, for example, and skimping out and just sticking to a pistol. He doesn't hesitate to go up straight to a rifle now in this round. So let's see. It's going to be the straight-up YOLO play onto A site right now from fnatic. The flashes go out, and that's going to slow things down somewhat. But the bomb will get planted just barely on the lower side. So that was the whole point of that play, was to get that bomb plant.
Yeah, works out great for fnatic. They're going to be able to buy in this upcoming. They would have been able to buy anyway, but they're going to be able to buy even more if they feel like it. So, yeah, nice work from the fnatic team. 10-7, though. If they don't win this upcoming round, then that team's already going to be bringing it back very quickly, I think.
No, this is... And I mean, I'm curious to see what fnatic can bring to the table now on their T-half. Because the last time we saw, which was just a couple nights ago, actually, the last time we saw them play on Nuke, they did have like some basic smokes for Yard, and they seemed like to have an idea of what they wanted to do, but none of it was very fancy. Like, none of it was what we see from fnatic on, say, Inferno or Dust 2, where they have these really finely tuned plays that they go for. Pronex, you can really see the mastermind at work, right? On Nuke, their T side is pretty straightforward. So now I think it's going to be more, you know, JW, it's your time to shine. Go and get the kills, baby.
Grenade out here. Gonna do tiny bit of damage to Prisrak. Pronex, though, down to 11 points of health, and that team got to keep fighting. Blade jumping down in the vents, and Flusher surely heard that. He's just patiently waiting. A bit of almost a mind game coming out here between the two.
Yeah. Crims will come out ahead, though. Bondic dropping fairly low. Scarily low, in fact. Prisrak is going to rotate back up to the upper site, though, to patch up the hole, basically. fnatic still looking for a way in, but they're running out of time. They've got 30 seconds left on this clock. JW sneaking up from the lower site will pick up one. Crims finds another. JW, blind, picks up Blade. And this is just looking like a fnatic round at this point. That are crumbling.
Oh yeah, no chance for World Edit to do anything here. Saving the ult would be a huge win. He picks off 2 people, but he's trapped inside. And he's going to get the leg shot on Olafmeister. Tries to see if he can force his way, and he knows he's done the damage. And a great headshot to follow. World Edit. Actually, he could charge down and defuse the bomb, and they couldn't stop him right now, but he has no way of knowing that. I think...
How amazing would that be?
I think Flusher was just far enough away that they probably wouldn't have realized in time. But no chance, yeah.
Still manages to hold on to the op, which is a victory in itself at this point. And you see, when he actually is given the opportunity to shoot at people, he does it very well. So even though the rest of the dAT team are somewhat all over the place, money-wise, they're going to force it up. And I agree with this decision.
Does it have your seal of approval?
It does, it does. I'm stamping everywhere.
The stamp machine. Alright, this is it, guys. Where does it go?
Well, Fnatic are focusing heavily on Yard, it seems, throwing down 4 smokes here. And this might be to give dAT the illusion that they're doing the exact same thing as the previous round. Flusha, though, gets found by Prisrak.
A nice aggressive move.
Did you see that sexy pop flash as well?
Oh, but fnatic still forcing their way in here. Crim's the only one alive in a 1-on-5, or sorry, 1-on-3s. And Yeah, that team doing a fine job. Flamey right around the door is going to open it, and Crims goes down. So yeah, the pop flash outside and the follow-up peek from Prisrak, that set it off, and fnatic almost looked like they were going to recover with that push in, but it wasn't good enough. Now it's 11-8.
And 11-8. Now, the scary part here is that fnatic, like, this is all about momentum for them. They need to start turning it their way, basically. As soon as dAT starts to get established with an economy, CT side nuke, even a CT team without an economy is a scary thing to behold. Now, if they manage to get good bank on their side, fnatic, they're going to be very hard-pressed. And just to remind everybody, in case you're wondering, Inferno is the 3rd map in this best-of-3 series, so if it's necessary, we will be settling this on Inferno. But we have to see if fnatic can put up enough of a fight here. They have found an AK to put to use.
Well, Flusher doesn't make it around the corner intact. Olofmeister playing a bit of a game here with Blade around Squeak. It's looking good for that team. Should be able to get themselves a ninth round here.
Well, that it's in position, however, below in hell, looking towards ramp. Crims is going to go around the corner, tries to take on Flamey, but it's not meant to be. And now, well, the gap is closing. 9 rounds on the board, and fnatic, they're going to go for a buy. Instant buy from Pronax, in fact. They're not hesitating at all here. But that's, again, it's like no AWP for JW, but it doesn't seem like they really focus on having the AWP on JW either on T side. Not sure if we saw much of it yesterday either.
We didn't see all that much of it last night because well, fnatic didn't have that many rounds where they needed it. Most of the stuff they tried to do on their T set versus Overgiving kind of worked, so there wasn't really any reason for them to bring out, I guess, the big guns in that sense. But who knows? They might have something prepared with JW on the op. I wouldn't be too surprised.
I'm curious. Like, I really want to see if they're going to make that a go-to play, because it reminds me kind of like of Titan, where they don't favor Kenny S in the op on their T-side of nuke, for example. So it's like, is that going to be a big thing? Bondic is currently the only man alive now for dAT on the upper site, but fnatic they know they're just going down to that lower site. They're not wasting any time.
A bit of an interesting fight outside there. Well, did it? Maybe he could have landed a shot and it would have been a 2-on-3 instead of this 1-on-4 here. Bondic gonna get completely flashed. Olofmeister, just perfect flash timing there. And that is going to be a 12th round now for fnatic, and the money is the big issue here for that team. Now, I don't think they're going to want to try and eco too much right now, and actually we do have a bit of a pause coming in as well. But if they end up ecoing now, then fnatic are going to just be, you know, taking steps towards ultimately winning this week's Caseking of the Hill, because that's what's on the table right now.
Yeah, they are 4 rounds away from holding on to their crowns, because that's who fnatic are right now. They're the kings of Sweden, of the world.
The kings of the world. I mean, yeah, it almost feels like you're right. They've just been playing very, 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 very well lately. So,
well, if this was Dota, then we could say like this is kings of the world sort of thing, because ping doesn't really matter, I guess, or it does, but not. You know, you can still have like EU versus NA. Sometimes that is kind of like what's annoying with FPS when you think about it. It's just like, damn it, you know, if only EU could play versus NA, this would be sick. Like online matches, right? Get Cloud9 and iBuyPower involved a bit more. You know, it's just wishful thinking.
Asian teams and South American teams as well.
That too.
We want it all, and I mean, yeah, if we pray enough to Lord Gaben, maybe it will actually happen one day. I believe.
I'm just waiting for the day where Valve announces that they're going to do internet connections as well. And they're going to be like, we're going to give you a billion
sure you want that, dude?
Gigabits connection everywhere.
Yeah, but just think of how horrendous the customer support would be. Oh, yeah, we'll get around to that eventually.
Like, it would still be better than Comcast, right?
Well, you know, we can send an engineer over. He'll get there, you know, between next week and the next decade.
Like, between next week and the release of Half-Life 3.
Yeah,
right?
That's exactly it. Oh, look at this return, though. JW starts off, then World Edit with the return, and Flusher goes down. And that team are really fighting for their lives here. They got to win this round, otherwise they'll be ecoing, and maybe even double ecoing, I think. They must be, yeah, they're very, very low on money here. So it's a lot is on the line for the Ukrainian squad.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a double eco, or they might be forced to do a forced buy, obviously, but they're not going to get a good buy if they don't double eco, losing this round. So this is definitely big. But they have done some solid damage onto Crims already. And actually, I think being even, like in a 4v4 on a map like Nuke, I think that's perfectly fine as CT, which would normally favor the T side. But that's not okay for them. Olofmeister picking up Play Me.
Yeah, bit of a problem here. 40 seconds left for fnatic to make their move, and if they go for the B bomb site right now, well, Blade might be the only one here at the moment. They are going to need a little bit more. Bondik's in the vent too, so but Blade goes down, gets backstabbed now. Bondik in the vent's going to come out. Great headshot on JW. Goes for a second one here. They're so low on health, and a second headshot. Look at this. Bondik now picking up a triple. Going for the quad. Crims is hiding inside here. If only they had a grenade, but they don't.
They don't.
Just wait.
Yeah, exactly, and it's World Edit with an AWP and a P2000, not the best weapon for a retake. And Cribs, as soon as he hears the fake defuse, real defuse, fake defuse, doesn't even matter. He just sprays through the door. Sick hold for fnatic in the end, but you have to give it to Bondik. Those 2 kills, the insta-gib on JW, who is looking to backstab him, and then the pick off on Olofmeister, both of those kills were magnificent.
I mean, yeah, I think we've been using this phrase a lot tonight, maybe, but I mean, the raw talent for that team is definitely there. It's not just Flamey and World Edit who are sort of really good at aiming. They have a lot more to offer, and that's really cool. Unfortunately, right now they don't have the money to actually invest into the equipment they need, and that's gonna be dangerous here.
That's not gonna help. Pronax, well, World Edit's still here, alive, P2K in hand. He's gonna take a fight with Pronax, but it's not gonna be good enough. He gets taken out. Prizrak is now going to go for a point-blank fight. He does drop one. Going for the knife. Gotta give him that. Going for the knife.
Yeah, it would have been cool if he could at least stabbed someone, but no. It's 14-9. fnatic are 2 rounds away from taking this away from that team in a 2-0 fashion. That team already lost on Mirage in 16-9, or sorry, 16-10 was it? I think it was 16-10 score
16-10, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
So actually that team doing a really good job on Mirage, trying to keep up with fnatic. And now on Nuke, well, it's going to be rough. JW, hyper-aggression, not going to pay off this time. He gets taken down. And the rest of fnatic are somehow stuck by the squeak door. Have they forgotten how doors work? It's really not that complicated.
Doors are deceiving, man, like deceptive. They are not fun. Already the upper play coming in here for fnatic, but Blade has got that AWP picked up now. Looking for a shot, but he's not going to find it. It's a 2-on-4 situation, and fnatic have more than a minute left on this clock, but they have no way to get onto a site right now. It's going to come down to either dAT just getting aggressive and pushing out, or flusha having an opportunity to get a frag and not getting it.
Yeah, I think you're right. If that team start splitting apart and fighting the remaining, members of fnatic one at a time, that'd be a huge mistake, and World Edit might be a candidate for it. He's going to go down, so now it's a 2-on-3, and that changes a lot here for the CT side. Flashbang once, Blade. Oh my god.
Yeah, he heard Prizrak stomping around at the lower levels, but Flamey will return onto flusha, so 2v1 still in favor of that.
Yeah. Well, Blade and Flamey will hold on to it. I was getting a little bit worried then, because that 2-on-2 could have been painful, but they will win it, and that team, 14-10, and fnatic still have money to buy, and that's what's really painful here.
They still have money to buy, but they also, or dAT rather, had enough money to be able to drop an AWP for World Edit, which was something that I was worried about, that they wouldn't have enough money to drop the sniper rifle. But they're going to be able to have actually a pretty good, pretty decent gear here going into this round, this crucial round, in fact, because they're fighting to keep fnatic off of match point at this point. So that team, fnatic just looking to see if they can't get control somewhere. Again, JW going outside this time around. So it's going to be the battle versus Prizrak, but neither team really finding anything.
I'm still wondering why they got stuck with Squeak last time around.
They're counting on JW for sure.
I want someone to do like a comic of that, where it's like the first frame is, them standing at the door saying knock knock, and on the other side it's that team saying who's there, and then it just ends with fnatic and then a sad smiley. Because somehow they just couldn't make it through. This time they're also stuck at Squeak, and it's going to be Pronax picking off a great double kill. Blade and Bondik going down. And fnatic looking to make this match and map point for themselves. They just need to kill Flamey and Prizrak, and they're good to go.
Oh, and they walk out onto the upper site. It's completely undefended. Both members for dAT are below ground right now and long. And
apparently JW picked up a double kill.
Okay, then.
Yeah, so a little tiny bit of a GoTV skip, but in the end, the result is as expected. Fnatic picks up the round, and that puts them on match point with a completely broke dAT team left to defend.
Yeah. It's kind of the worst possible situation that they're in here. That is very unfortunate because they've been putting up such a brave fight on both these maps against Fnatic. Just a reminder again, I mean, NIP were 60-0'd by Fnatic not too long ago on Dust 2, but still. So for that team to win 10 rounds on either map against Fnatic is pretty damn cool. So, yeah. Still some distance to go maybe, but Fnatic is Fnatic, and they seem to get their way a lot recently.
They find a way, right? They impose their wills. Looking at the ramp push that's coming out, Olafmeister is going to get dropped on by World Edit. World Edit looking to see if he can follow up. Pronax is going to be the point man, but Blade is already on the flank. Krims turns around in time to spot him, however, and that game sense from Krims hearing it coming. This is looking really good for Fnatic at this point. Prizrak does bring it back to a 2-on-2, but the bomb is still in Fnatic's control, and they're already hightailing it all the way around the map to go to the upper site.
And that team aren't going to be there fast enough. Prizrak is going to have to try and make an opening for World Edit. He doesn't actually wait and just charges out. That could have been instant suicide. And now World Edit 1-on-1 and Pronax ends up with a triple. And they're going to win the round. JW with 31 kills and a 16-10 scoreline in favor of Fnatic. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it ends up with. Fnatic stay the kings for another week. And we're going to have to try and see if we can come up with some other teams that can try and beat them.